Welcome to the Explainer by Nextworld Complex. This is a part of Nexus, the Silent War. All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to untangle this insane web of secrets and lies, and it all centers around one guy, Jack Rickson. So imagine this. It all kicks off with a single anonymous phone call, a call that just completely shatters his world with a simple sentence hinting at a secret he thought was buried forever. And believe me, that one phone call, it's just the first thread in a sweater that's about to completely unravel. So today, we're going to dig into the big question. How did one man's violent vigilante act ignite a secret war between these incredibly powerful, hidden organizations? And how did this totally ordinary guy get caught right in the crossfire? So first things first, let's meet our guy, Jack Rickson. He's just a normal programmer, but his life is about to be systematically taken apart piece by painful piece. And the really terrifying part? This isn't just bad luck. Oh no, this is a calculated, absolutely brutal campaign of psychological warfare. And I mean, these attacks are surgical. They're personal and so precise. It starts small, right? Mysterious car trouble that leaves him stranded. Annoying, but manageable. But then it escalates. And I mean, really escalates to something straight out of a nightmare. Like his own mother getting framed for multiple murders. You see? The goal here is total isolation. It's a full-on assault on every part of his life. Neighbors that used to wave hello, now they're slamming doors in his face. The guy he trusted to run his company, his own vice president, completely betrays him and sells it out from under him. And then, the cruelest blow of all. The people he loves the most, his girlfriend, his family, they just disappear. Poof, gone. He's left with absolutely nothing. Okay, so who in the world is behind all of this? Who has the power to orchestrate something so meticulous? Well, it turns out Jack has stumbled into the crossfire. He's caught between two secret opposing forces, fighting a war that's completely invisible to the rest of us. And here's where we see the two sides pulling the strings. On one side, you've got the aggressors, a seriously ruthless Russian mafia group led by a guy named Slavik. These are the ones actively destroying Jack's life. But on the other side, you've got this enigmatic network of protectors, led by a mysterious figure they call Godmother. They're trying to protect him, to shield him from all this. And the crazy part is, he has no idea they even exist. But that brings us back to the big question, right? Why Jack? What could an ordinary programmer possibly have done to become the target of this insane, brutal campaign? Well, the answer? It all goes back to one single fateful night. This timeline lays it all out for us. It's the catalyst for everything. See, Jack sees this accountant, a guy named Oscar, acting really creepily towards his niece. He becomes convinced the man is a serious threat, so he takes matters into his own hands. He kills him. Here's the fatal mistake, though. Jack had no clue that Oscar was a key money guy for the Russian mafia. And with that one act of what he thought was justice, Jack instantly became their #1 target. And that psychological torture, that was just the beginning. As this shadow war dragged on and on, the mafia started to lose patience. They decided it was time to stop playing games and move to open, violent confrontation. Yeah, just trying to isolate him wasn't enough to break Jack, so the mafia switched up their tactics. They sent in the big guns, their top enforcers, Vlad and Ivan. And their new mission was simple. Take this conflict from psychological warfare to straight-up, direct, physical violence. And this is the moment the whole thing ignites. A mafia lieutenant captures and starts torturing one of Godmother's freelance operatives. So, how does her team respond? Not with more shadows and stealth. Nope. They respond with overwhelming force. Patrick and Claudia lead a full-blown tactical assault. This is the first time they've gone head-to-head with the enemy. The Cold War, it just went hot. Very hot. Feeling pretty confident now, Godmother's team takes the fight straight to the top dog, the Lieutenant Slavik, and they corner him in his own base of operations. Patrick gives him one final warning, those exact words on the screen. But before Slavik can even answer, boom, the entire building explodes. But here's the twist. The attack wasn't from Godmother's team. It was from someone else entirely, a mysterious third party. There's a new player on the board. So, as Godmother's team is scrambling to escape this fiery ambush, a phone call comes in, and this call changes everything. It reveals that what they thought they knew was completely wrong. Slavik wasn't the king on this chessboard. He was just a pawn. So who is the real mastermind? Meet the ghost. His real name is Victor Oakley, and he's a brilliant, brilliant strategist. But he's not just some random crime boss. No, he's the arch nemesis of one of Godmother's most powerful allies, a man named Richard Shield. This entire thing, the whole war, the destruction of Jack's life, it was all just an incredibly complex trap. All of it designed for one purpose, to draw his old enemies out of the shadows. And he's not working alone. His partner in this deadly game is a woman named Vera Storm. And get this, she's a rival from Godmother's own past. This revelation just completely reframes the entire conflict, doesn't it? It was never really about a simple mafia revenge plot over some dead accountant. No, this was a calculated war between rival intelligence networks right from the very beginning. So now, with the real players finally unmasked, we see the truth. That whole initial conflict over Jack Rickson, it wasn't the war. It was just the opening move, the first shot in a much larger and far, far deadlier global conflict. And the Ghost and Vera, they do not waste a second. They immediately activate their entire network. We're talking a who's who of powerful international criminals. And here's the kicker. Every single one of them has a personal grudge, a vendetta, against a specific member of Godmother's team. Which, of course, leaves us with one final, chilling question. The silent war is silent no more. The pieces are all set on the board. The armies are mobilized, and now that these unbelievably powerful forces are in open conflict, well, the real battle has only just begun.